Now at 6, Joplin fire officials provide tips about what to do after a severe storm strikes your neighborhood. Plus,
the city of Joplin announces a new housing assistance program that helps provide financial assistance for down payments or closing costs up to $40,000. I'm Samantha Walker, and we'll have that story coming up.
And authorities in Pittsburgh search for a suspect in a weekend shooting.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Another week, another round of severe weather moving into the area. This is a live look from our storm tracker in Montgomery County, Kansas, as we keep an eye on the storm moving in over the next few hours. Those storms are going to eventually hit everyone in the area and could get severe. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Let's go straight to meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for our first look.
So as these storms move into the area later on this evening, we are expecting a moderate high risk of tornadoes. And if you take a look, the little dashed lines, that's the hatch zone. So that's the most likely area that's going to see these tornadoes produce. Now, they are saying likely just brief tornadoes. We're not going to expect the high-end severe tornadoes, but still could get up to about an EF2 is likely. Hail is less of a threat. We are seeing still about $half sized hail, and then wind is also going to be a major threat with these storms. We're seeing winds gusting up to 80 miles per hour, so damaging winds and tornadoes is a likely threat. Not to mention our SPC outlook. If you're out in Missouri, Arkansas, we're seeing a level 3 out of 5. Kansas, Oklahoma, a level 4 out of 5, and even in Elk, Chautauqua County, that is a level 5 out of 5 risk. We're watching the storm still moving on. We do have a few tornado watches that will likely move into the rest of our viewing area, and we'll continue to update you as these storms start to move in.
See you soon, Lindsay. You can be the first to know about the latest developments in the weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. It'll send severe weather updates straight to your phone. You should download it right now. You can also view a live radar to stay ahead of the storm. It's available on every app store free of charge. If you don't have a safe place in your home, community shelters are your best bet during a tornado. To find the closest shelter to you, head over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. There we have a list of all the shelters in the 4 states open to the public during severe weather. After severe weather strikes and you've made sure that you and your family are safe, you might get the urge to inspect the damage to your property and your neighbors. However, it's important to take things slowly and make sure it is safe. Joplin fire officials say high winds can knock down trees and blow in debris that can cover up hazards.
Well, the big thing is their own personal safety. There's power lines down, there's trees hanging, all sorts of hazards out in the road and things that can hurt anybody very quickly. And so we just encourage people to be cognizant of their own whereabouts in their own surrounding space to make sure that they don't get injured.
Officials also say you should be aware of potential hazards in your own home, like exposed nails and broken glass. Authorities in Pittsburgh are searching for a suspect they say was involved in an early morning shooting yesterday. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office was notified after a man, 34-year-old Keith Mitchell of Pittsburgh, went to Ascension Via Christi Hospital with a gunshot wound around 2 a.m. yesterday. Deputies determined the shooting happened on South 220th Street by the Meadowbrook Mall. Mitchell is expected to survive. Now authorities are looking for 34-year-old Stephen Taylor Jr. of Pittsburgh. They say he was last seen driving a blue-gray 2015 Jeep Compass with Kansas tags numbered 269SCR. If you have any information about his whereabouts, you should contact the Sheriff's Office. City of Joplin is bringing back its home buyer assistance program. KOAM Samantha Walker explains what this program offers and what the city hopes it accomplishes.
The City of Joplin has announced the creation of the Joplin Home Buyer Assistance Program 2. The program was originally offered during the city's tornado recovery efforts. Now the city is bringing it back using funds from the American Rescue Plan Act grant. The city says the purpose of the program is to improve opportunities for home ownership for low and moderate income families.
We always have a need in Joplin to provide more affordable housing. With the economy the way it is, with just the cost of living increases lately, anything that you can do to help get a family into a home that they own, that they can be proud of, and start building equity, it's just a great assistance for them.
Program funding can be used to provide financial assistance for a down payment and closing costs up to $40,000.
It's just a great benefit for any size family, low income, get you in a house you can own.
The president of the Ozark Gateway Association of Realtors says housing programs like this can help make home buying more affordable and also help real estate in the area.
It will help sales in the city of Joplin. You know, we don't have a lot of homes currently on the market, so maybe this will encourage sellers to list their homes. I do think this will, of course, encourage buyers to come out and put offers on these properties that we've had that maybe have set a little bit, that might qualify again for the program.
She says she's already had several families reach out about the application. Applicants are encouraged by the city to talk with their preferred home mortgage lender to see if they're a good fit for the program. Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
City of Joplin says that program is going to remain open as funding is available or until the application deadline closes in 2026. You can learn more about how to apply on our website. Again, that's koamnewsnow.com. Coming up, students in Carthage get a lesson on Hispanic culture. Plus, the only South Missouri daycare center specializing in children with hearing impairments announces its closing. Students in Carthage today got a lesson on Hispanic culture. Doesn't that look like fun? One of the newest members of the Carthage School Board, Maria Sanchez, performed the presentation, which included, as you see, music and dancing. Students also made their own maracas out of rice and spoons.
Always been a huge hit. The kids automatically love listening to her. They're super attentive when she's here, and she can get even my shyest, quietest students to dance like I've never seen them dance before.
Yeah, they got some great dancers there. The presentation was in celebration of Cinco de Mayo, which of course was yesterday. Missouri State University is closing its deaf and hard of hearing preschool at the end of the summer. Considering there's an overall shortage of preschools, parents who need this specific type of care are frustrated by the move, as you would imagine. Joe Hickman has their reaction.
Amelia is 3.5 years old. She is profoundly deaf in both ears.
Amelia is the only one of Haley Racer's 3 girls who is deaf, and with no previous family experience dealing with hearing loss, Haley and her husband are learning sign language after enrolling Amelia in Missouri State's preschool for the deaf and hard of hearing with 6 other students.
This has been extremely beneficial for her language development, socialization. It's just almost not fair that they're taking away this from her.
The news to the families came in an email from the Associate Dean of the College of Education. Quote, due to organizational changes and upcoming renovations to the facilities, we have made the difficult decision to close the preschool at the end of this summer. This move aligns with our efforts to enhance educational offerings and support our community effectively. We recognize the importance of this program to your child's development and are committed to assisting you during this transition. We can provide a list of recommended daycares and resources to help you find suitable alternatives, unquote.
There are no other suitable alternatives except for the half-day program that SPS offers for pre-K students. It's just frustrating to see a community who already doesn't get as much support losing more support from them.
MSU said no officials were available for on-camera interviews today, but their statement to us said, the undergraduate program that supports the preschool has been phased out due to lack of enrollment, and there won't be faculty to staff the preschool after this summer. Without the student support and faculty to staff, the preschool cannot remain open, unquote.
Because it does need more support here than what it's getting.
A little later, a Labette County volleyball standout signs to continue her career at the collegiate level.
And we're tracking storms moving into the area tonight. We'll have more details right after the break. All right, we are in an alert day today. We have some severe weather moving into the area later on this evening. Let's take a look outside. the downtown Joplin from Cornell Arts and Entertainment Center. Winds are already starting to pick up, and although it still looks pretty cloudy, you can kind of see some shadows out there because the sun is starting to peek out, which means that instability is really building up. We've got a level 3 out of 5 risk for all of our counties out in Missouri and Arkansas, level 4 out of 5 risk for our counties out in Kansas and Oklahoma, and then just outside of our viewing area, Chautauqua and Elk County, they are in a level 5 out of 5 risk. So tonight we are going to get some severe weather. These storms are already starting to push through Wichita, and as you can see, there has been a confirmed tornado just southwest of Wichita. That'll be moving into our area, so we are going to likely get tornado warnings and likely a few brief tornadoes as well as it moves closer to us. So mostly they've gotten some hail reports up to about an inch, not to mention damaging wind reports and clearly a couple tornado warnings and now a confirmed tornado. So we are getting a lot of activity already with this line of storms, and taking a look at the future track, what we're going to expect to see timing wise for these storms to be pushing in. So just moving into now our western counties, Wilson, Woodson, Montgomery County, about 8:30 tonight, just then pushing in. Then it'll continue on. We've got Allen County, Labette County, Neosho County, about 10 p.m. making its way through, and then getting closer to Pittsburgh and then that Missouri-Kansas border, 10:30, 11. Now these storms are going to continue to pick up in pace, so these storms could come in a little bit earlier. It's always best to stay prepared. Join us on the live stream KOAM YouTube page. As soon as these storms start to move in, we start getting warnings, we'll hop on to the live stream. You can join, because as fast as these storms are moving, they could be moving in a little bit earlier, around 10, 10:30. Then it'll start to move into that metro about midnight, maybe a little bit before. So I'm thinking probably 11:30, start to really be prepared for any warnings and alerts popping up. By the time it moves out of our area, it'll be closer to 1:30, 2 a.m., and then we'll be completely clear of all of the threat for this. But we are going to expect some severe weather, brief tornadoes, winds gusting up to about 80 miles per hour, and hail about $half size. So always be prepared for all of our severe threats. We will be on that YouTube live stream page. And then jumping forward, we've got a cold front moving through on Wednesday. So today we've got that dry line, and then behind dry lines usually would be a cold front. It's moving a little bit slower, so it'll be coming in on Wednesday, and we are going to expect some severe threats with that, although everyone in the National Weather Service out in Springfield and Wichita a little bit more focused right now on the storms tonight. So the confidence level in timing and severity for Wednesday storms has not yet been discussed. We are expecting storms, but as of right now, not quite sure on the severity. We are really focused on the storms tonight. We do have already confirmed tornadoes with some of those storms still west of Wichita, continuing into our area. So join us on the KOAM YouTube page live stream. Doug Hetty will be in just a little bit, start to prepare for these storms. After the storms on Wednesday, temperatures drop quite a bit, and then we'll have a nice little calm streak.
We will have earned it for
yes.
sure. And I know it's
After all the severe weather we've seen these last couple of weeks, it's definitely going to be needed.
You and Doug Hetty preparing for a long night, and we appreciate you keeping us informed. Thanks. And if you want to see our latest severe weather coverage wherever you are, including cut-ins to regular programming, just download the KOAM Plus app. You can do it right now. When the storms move in, we're going to keep you in the know, even on the go. It's available free of charge in the Apple and Google Play stores, as well as Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Still ahead, a Labette County High School volleyball standout signs with Coffeyville Community College, and Pitt State softball earns its seed for the NCAA tournament. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
Early this morning, Pittsburgh State softball gathers in its team room to watch the NCAA tournament selection show. The Gorillas entered the day very confident they'll hear their name called, but not knowing what their seed would be. The Gorillas get exactly what they were hoping for. They are the #1 seed and the host for the Central region of the NCAA tournament, which means all Pitt State's first, second, and third round games would be at home. After losing the MIAA tournament championship game in extra innings this weekend, The Gorillas are even more determined to finish their season strong.
It wasn't a good feeling, and I think that we wore that pretty good. So, yeah, it definitely gives us something to work for. We don't want that to happen again, especially on our home field. So, yeah, motivation for sure.
Hosting is absolutely amazing. I don't know if we knew that. I knew that we were going to make a regional. It wasn't an option not to make one for us. It was on our beginning of the year goals, that we were going to have an extended season. We were going to continue to play, but getting to host is just a dream come true.
In Altamont this afternoon, Labette County High School holds a ceremony for one of its top senior athletes who will play at the collegiate level right here in the 4 states. Labette County High School senior Kaiten O'Brien signs her letter of intent to play volleyball at Coffeyville Community College. The future Red Raven says the recruiting process between her and head coach Candy Midget came together very quickly and recently.
Actually, she just reached out to me not very long ago because she's a new coach there, and I went on a visit immediately, and I really liked the campus and stuff. I had offers for all 3 of my sports, and I could not pick until recently, and then I feel like I'll enjoy Coffeyville the most because I love volleyball.
This evening is the semifinal round of high school softball district playoffs for classes 1 and 2 in Missouri. Several of our local teams try to punch their ticket to the championship. Starting in Class 1, District 6, top-seeded Liberal plays its first game of the tournament against the 4-seed Jasper. Eagles are coming off an 11-0 win in the quarterfinals. I'll keep you updated on the score of this one. The winner goes on to the district title game tomorrow. Meanwhile, over in Class 2, District 6 semifinals, Mount Vernon outlasts East Newton 5-4. Lady Mountaineers, who are the hosts for this tournament, they advance to the district championship game, which is scheduled for tomorrow at 5:30. In that game, they're guaranteed to face a team they've already played this year. The Lady Mountaineers await the winner of this game. The top seed Diamond faces 4-seed Lamar. Lady Wildcats have not lost to a team from Missouri all year. Their only loss came on the road to Frontenac last week. Lady Wildcats won both of the regular season matchups against the Tigers. Back to Pitt State softball, though. It's going to be a very busy end of the week over there at Pitt State because the softball NCAA tournament is happening there and the baseball MIAA tournament happening at the same time.
Wow, exciting time on the Diamonds.
Definitely.
I guess. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to have some tips to make the workplace more mental health friendly. Plus, we're going to look at some of the top candidates to be former President Trump's running mate in November. And the future of AI is on display in Chicago at this year's Automate conference. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Once more, we're also going to be keeping a close eye on the weather. It's a sure thing we're going to be getting some storms tonight. The question is, how severe?
As of right now, Elk, Chautauqua County in a 5 out of 5 risk. The rest of us in Kansas, Oklahoma, 4 out of 5 risk, and if you're in Missouri and Arkansas, 3 out of 5 risk. So we are going to expect some pretty severe weather. We've already got a confirmed tornado now south of Wichita, still in Oklahoma, but as these storms move in, they're just going to strengthen, and Doug Hetty will be in a little bit later, and we will be likely live streaming most of the evening.
All right, we will stay in touch. Final sports note.
For our Thunder fans out there, they've been waiting a while since the end of the first round when the Thunder are going to play again. Not tonight, but tomorrow night is when they finish their 8 days off. They play their second round series against the Mavericks.
About time.
Yeah.
Thanks. We're going to leave you tonight with another live look from our storm tracker now in Montgomery County, waiting for those storms to move in. Please do be careful out there. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.